Hi, my name is Eric and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. The last time you probably saw me was when I had bushy eyebrows and a messy hair. So yeah, a lot has changed since that past video, my previous video. So yeah, I know it's been over 2 months, probably almost 2 months now. I know it's been absolutely insane, but I've just been working. I've just been busy with work. I work at Sephora, so it's just like I don't get to like actually film YouTube videos as I used to do. So I've been busy with work, and at least almost 2 weeks ago now, I just lost my dog recently. So I've had plenty of time to actually grieve more in the loss of my dog. So yeah, I've been dealing with that, and yeah, it's been, I didn't think it was gonna end. I didn't think 2021 was gonna end like this though. I thought it was gonna end differently, but anyway, I'm here. I've had time to grieve. I'm here, and I bought some stuff recently. I'm not gonna show you a whole haul and all that stuff. Let me know if you're interested down in the comments down below. But I bought this recently, the Colourpop and Nightmare Before Christmas palette. I do agree with everybody else because I think they should have added like a little neon green just to spice up the eyeshadow palette a little bit. But yeah, I would have gotten rid of this gold and just replaced it with like a neon metallic green or like a matte green, something. I don't know. Enough of me rambling. Let's actually test out some eyeshadow. I did just buy this recently. This is the Wet n Wild Megalast Incognito All Day Full Coverage Concealer. This is a new concealer from Wet n Wild. I've never tested it out, so I was like, you know what, might as well. I'm gonna use that. Oh, I have the shade Light Medium, by the way. The shade Light Medium for my skin tone, of course. And I always blend out my concealer or eyeshadow base, whatever you like to use, with my beauty sponge, which is clearly dirty. So don't judge me. I did just buy this palette recently. This is the Sephora contour palette. And I'm using this shade just to set this concealer in place. There is a lot of kick up and fallout in this palette, so the first brush I'm using is M332 from Morphe. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone for y'all because I don't really reach for these like grayish shadows that much. But yeah, you do get a lot of fallout. This is in the shade Meant to Be, by the way. I do need to watch that movie again because I do remember it actually being good because I haven't watched it in a while. So definitely need to watch this movie, Nightmare Before Christmas, again. Let me know down in the comments down below what is your favorite Christmas movie, because I think, what was it? It's not an old Christmas movie, but it's not like new, but I love Looney Tunes. Google it. But it's Bah Humduck, when Daffy Duck was Ebenezer Scrooge. So I did like that one. I do like that one because I'm just a diehard fan of Looney Tunes. If somebody ever does a Looney Tunes makeup collaboration, I'm all for it. I don't know why, but I want Colourpop to do it. Now I want to go in with this shade, this darkish gray. It's called In My Bones. Very fitting. This is more like a darker gray. This is almost more bluish gray rather than like cool gray. Now I'm gonna go in with this like black matte with sparkle. It's called Halloween Town. A lot of kick up on. Now I'm gonna pack that black out the outer portion of my eye. Wow. It's not pitch black, but I feel like you could definitely build it up. So far, I ain't mad about the shadows, but now what do I want to use? I probably want to use this purple on the eye. I kind of want to do something completely different, something that I haven't done in a while, but like something that so outside of my comfort zone. So I'm taking that Incognito concealer from Wet n Wild, just putting some in the back of my hands, of course. And this is the M124 brush. It's completely covered in pink, but I love this brush for cutting my crease, and I'm gonna cut my crease. I'm doing a half cut crease now. Oh yeah, I ain't mad about that one. Or do I want to use, I'm debating, this color called Frog's Breath. This one, let me swatch that one actually. That one or this one? This one's Frog's Breath. Maybe I actually should do this one. Oh yeah, I love Frog's Breath a lot more because, yeah, because the Frog's Breath actually goes a lot well with the cool tones, with these grays. On the other eye, I'm gonna test out the formula with a wet brush instead of a dry brush, because I feel like wet brushes actually prevents a lot of fallout, and I don't want fallout at all. So, but applied, this shimmer formula applied with the finger actually is really gorgeous, and I love it. See that little gap right here? I'm gonna close that gap with the black, the Halloween Town black, which for now, as of now, because I haven't played with the other shades of this palette, so far I am loving Frog's Breath. I'm loving Frog's Breath because it's like a duochrome. I don't know how to describe it, but it's definitely more like that. I don't know how to describe it, but it definitely has that blue. I don't want to say purple, but it definitely has that blue aspect on it. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Maybe if I swatch it. More my like teal spectrum. I don't know how to describe this color, but it's really gorgeous. Now in the other eye, actually, what am I doing? I want to test out these colors. This color is called Zero. This white, almost white shimmer, and put that. Ooh, that is really. That's with me not having to actually spray some setting spray with this. And wow, hello. Now what do I want to use? Oh, where's that brush at? My goodness. Have you ever had those type of experiences when you're using eyeshadow brushes and you're trying to figure out the brush that you want and you can't figure it out and you do not know where it is? And it's like, that happens to me all the time. It's kind of annoying, but ooh, that is gorgeous brow. Ooh, what the fuck? Each. And because I don't want it to be super harsh of a brow highlight, I'm gonna go back in with that first brush and just diffuse some of that edge, just so it's not super like defined. Because I do love me a brow highlight and an inner corner highlight, but I don't want it to be like, I want it to be seamless. Simple as that. So we did the cool tones and the grays. I don't know how I feel about this look because I don't know how I feel about grays on me, but the shadow, the way it blends, it's gorgeous. Now in the other eye, I'm gonna do some bright colors because this palette has some pinks, that red hot orange, and that purple. So we're gonna be using a white base because I love using a white base or white concealer, whatever you like to use, as my eye base for bright colors. I have a different beauty sponge to blend out white concealers. I don't use my beauty sponge to blend out everything because what if I used my beauty sponge that I used for blending out my skin color shade on this one? It would have been off. So the concealer that I used for this white base is my e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer in the shade white, of course. I want to play with the pinks. No. I was gonna do this pink shimmer, but I want to use this purple shimmer because I swatched it and it was gorgeous. So the first shade I'm gonna go in with is hot pink. It's called Sandy Claus. You do get a lot of fallout. I don't know if you can see that. A lot of fallout. I already played with pinks earlier, so I'm pretty sure this eye is gonna be completely stained because that usually what happens with certain pink eyeshadows, not every pink eyeshadow in the world. Some pressed pigments, yes. This pink is actually really gorgeous. It's actually more fuchsia pink. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really gorgeous. It's definitely not Barbie pink. Maybe I'm just bad at describing shades, period. Now I want to go in with this brush. This is the M433 and it's already covered in purple. So I'm gonna use this orange red shade. And I don't know if you can see the little detail on the packaging, on the actual pan design, but it's called What's This? And you do get a lot of fallout. I don't know if you can see that, but I do actually swirl my brush in there. So maybe it'd be different if you actually just do that, but you still get a lot of fallout in general. This is definitely more on that orange spectrum rather than complete red. But in the pan it looks a lot more orange. It definitely looks a lot orange. I used this fluffy brush and now I'm gonna go in with this color right here. It's called Everybody Scream. And I wanna use that shade. And I just wanna add some depth at the outer corner. So far, I actually like this eye look a lot more, to be honest. But since you're limited to how many shades you have in here, I just want to use a pop of green because I wish they would have added like this shade of green, maybe even in metallic, maybe this shade of green. This is the Huda Beauty Wild Obsessions palette, the Python. And I just feel like a good inner corner bright moment would have been amazing with this look. I'm gonna use that same white concealer and put some in the back of my hand, of course. Put some in the back of my hand. See that white concealer and the shade that we swatched earlier. And I'm gonna use that exact same M124 brush and I'm gonna cut the crease so that way we can add that nice purple metallic shade. Now we tested the eye look over here with applying it with my finger. On this eye, we're gonna test it out with a wet brush because I feel like I just like using wet brushes. Some people like using a dry brush or glitter glue, but I use glitter glue for certain looks. But with this look, I just want to see what it looks like without spraying a brush. Ooh. This purple by itself is kind of subtle without, this is me going in with a dry brush, but I'm using this purple called Dr. Finkelstein, but it's all right by itself without spraying it with a brush, with setting spray. But now that I know, I'm gonna use some setting spray just to spray my brush. Oh, by the way, the setting spray that I use, this Maybelline Lasting Fix, the matte finish spray, up to 16 hours. And, oh yeah, I love it a lot more. Yeah, it's a lot better with a wet brush rather than a dry brush. But if you're interested in that more soft, subtle look, definitely use your brush with a dry brush. Now I wanna go back with that purple again, that Everybody Scream wine color shade, and just diffuse the edge. This look is okay by itself, but I want to add a little bit of depth, a little bit of darkness at the outer corner, so I want to use that black again, Halloween Town. Be careful with the black. I'm just packing that black on. Oh yeah, with that darkness at the outer corner on this eye, it just takes the look to a whole nother level and I love it. Now, what do I want to do now? I want to take this brush, covered in eyeshadow, but I'm gonna take more of that white concealer that I have on the back of my hand, take a little bit and just apply that in the inner corner because I want to go in with a pop of color in the inner corner. Since they don't have a neon green, and I feel like a neon green would have completely just like made this palette 10 times better than what it is right now. I just feel like a neon green would have made a lot more sense, or like a metallic green. So I'm going in with this neon green inside of the Wild Obsessions palette from Huda Beauty, the Python. And you see, that's a whole lot better. A whole lot better than just putting an inner corner highlight, a white inner corner highlight, and then just be done with it. Now in the inner corner, now on the brow, I'm gonna go in with this color. It's called Pumpkin Patch, which I don't know why. Because when I think of pumpkins, I think of more like orangish browns or anything like that, but it is what it is, I guess. But I want to take that shade and put it on my brow. Now on this eye, this brow highlight, Pumpkin Patch, is more like subtle. It's not like bam in your face like we did with the Zero shade. But yeah, I love this look a lot more because just that pop of green just took the whole look to a next level, and I love it. They should have added a green in here just to be like, oh, Oogie Boogie. Could have made that shade called Oogie Boogie or something like that, but it is what it is, I guess. So my final thoughts on the Colourpop X Nightmare Before Christmas eyeshadow palette, based on the 2 looks that I did, I actually really do enjoy this palette because if you're not a fan of Fallout in the Pan, you're definitely going to experience that a lot, so I definitely would stay away from this palette. But if you're a fan of the color story, if you love grays, cool tones, purples, pinks, and all that, I definitely would get this palette because the quality is good. I haven't had any bad experiences with patchiness or anything like that. But yeah, the quality is very similar to a lot of other Colourpop palettes that I do own. I have the Powerpuff Girls, Barbie, Hocus Pocus 1. I just have a lot of eyeshadow palettes from Colourpop. But anyway, I definitely would recommend this palette. But I definitely would have taken at least 1 or 2 shades out. Maybe this shade called Dear Friend, and want to be like, oh, like a neon green in the inner corner. Like, now that I added this neon green, metallic and matte, it took the look to a whole new level, and I actually really do love this look a lot more than this gray, cool tone look. But I don't know how that would have played part in the price tag, because Colourpop is already so affordable as it is anyway, and this palette retails for $22. But yeah, I'm not mad about purchasing this. I know some people, I'm not really a big fan of the color story in general because it's not what they were expecting from Colourpop, but now that I purchased it, I actually really do enjoy it. So yeah, those are my final thoughts. I enjoyed the palette. I'm definitely planning on getting the 3 lippies from this collection because they're cute. The packaging is gorgeous, and it's definitely colors that I would wear besides the pink, but I just wanted a pink because I don't have pink lipsticks in my collection, and it's nice to dive into other things outside of your comfort zone. Just like I did today with the gray cool tone side. Sorry, someone's vacuuming right now. I don't know if you can hear that, but if you cannot hear that, then just disregard what I just said. But love the palette. I would definitely recommend it, and definitely planning on getting the 3 lippies from the collection. So there's that. Let me know down in the comments down below on which is your favorite look, and let me know, are you planning on getting this collection or this eyeshadow palette or anything in the collection in general, because I actually really do enjoy it. How many times have I said that already? But anyway, I did plan on doing a video on the Morphe and Disney collection because I got the palette and the mirror. I had to get the mirror because it's cute and it's Mickey's face. I mean, hello. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Follow me on my social media. Watch my previous video if you haven't yet already, and subscribe. Turn on that bell for post notifications. Is there anything else that I should say? Comment down below which is your favorite look, because I like this look. I like this whole colorful look with the green in the inner corner a lot more than the cool tone gray side. But anyway, bye. See you guys in my next video.